Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Delle. I'm so happy that you're here with me today. We're going to actually just focus on channel messages but mixed in with the tarot at the same time. So in the channel I have done I think 2 readings now, maybe 3, about letting go, and we use a Celtic cross spread to go through that. So Spirit's just directing me today to revisit that spread. So the theme of that is going to be what do I need to let go of or release, and how to do that, and the benefits that come from releasing or letting go of this thing. So that's what we're going to get into today with the Light Seers Tarot. So if that's something you're interested in, that's what we'll be doing. And if not, there's plenty of other videos and channel messages and things like that on the channel if you want to check that out. All information about me can be found in the description box. How to book a personal reading is there as well. It can only be done through my website, DelleGoddessIntuitive.com or DelleGoddess.com. Any resources, books, mentions, things like that that come through the readings, I add in the description box too, as well as songs that come through I add to our Spotify playlist. It's really large. I think there's over 200 songs now, and it's just a great mix of tunes and a lot of fun. So if you're a music lover, do check that out. And you can also pull a intuitive message for yourself that way by hitting shuffle and seeing what song wants to come through for you on any given day. So please do like, share, and subscribe. It's so appreciated for everybody who has like, shared, subscribed, shared with a friend, left a comment. It's just a wonderful way to support the channel and to help it grow. And please know I'm so appreciative of you, and I feel appreciated when you do that. So thank you very much. I'm gonna let my cat in because I hear him at the door, and then we'll get into the reading. Okay, and we're back. So I'm just gonna, I already shuffled the cards, but I like to just do it again on camera, and then I'll get the cards out. So sometimes messages come through during the shuffling, and I'll explain like where all the placements are going through, but as we're going through the reading I'll also tell you what each of the card represents. So if you want to skip ahead, I will put a little timestamp just to get past all the shuffling, but you're welcome to hang out while I do the shuffling. So it's up to you, but that link will be in the description box. So just setting the intention, what do we need to let go of? What does the viewer need to let go of? How to let go of it, and what are the benefits of letting go of it. And we're using a Celtic cross spread with this. They're coming out fast, so I'll just go with the flow of this. So it probably is something that really needs to be let go of, or maybe you've been trying to troubleshoot what it could be for yourself. Or like you have a feeling, or you're aware that something needs to be let go, but maybe you've been stumped or stuck on how to let go of the thing. So, but yeah, the first 6 cards are already out already, so I'll just get them out. They're coming out really quick. Perfect. Okay, some of them are already flipped over, so let me see. Bottom of the deck is the 10 of Wands, needing to let go of something. So I like when Spirit is so direct about stuff like that. Yeah, 10 of Wands is like, they're playing that scene in that movie Holes, where they're like, you know, they're like, you know, I don't want to dig anymore, Grandpa. And he's like, that's dude, I'm mad. But this is literally the energy of that. That's how it's coming through. I don't mean to laugh because that was kind of like a moment in the movie, but the book was really great too. But I'll link that in the description box below in case you want to check it out. But this is like we've been, you know, I love it in this deck because it's like, yes, it's about the 10 of Wands. So in a traditional pack, they're carrying all 10 wands. But I love that she has left them behind in her trail and lit them. So it's lighting her pathway forward. So it says to me, at least with this reading, the more you begin to let go, it's like the lighter and easier and more illuminated your path is as you are moving forward with it, as you are letting go. Under that too, I'm hearing, this came through in another reading from Thumbelina, where it's like you're sure to do impossible things if you follow your heart. So I feel like your heart's guiding the way for this. I think, yeah, it's interesting because the bottom of the deck's telling a story too. It could have been that you went through a heartbreak or something, or there was this like longing in your heart that you were meant for something more, you wanted something more in your life. a tower moment happened. There was a need for rest and recovery. I'm hearing I am hearing that heartache song by Bonnie Tyler. It's like, oh, it's a heartache, nothing but a heartbreak or something like that. Hits you when it's too late, hits you when you're down, I think. Ace of Cups, there's this renewal though that comes through, and then this, okay, let me release this because I can feel, it could be you fell in love again. It could be that you are interested in somebody, or that you are looking to start over with somebody, or I'm not sure. There's a connection or a reconnection. I'm not really getting what it could be about specifically. It can also be about a job too, so take it how it resonates. Or it could be you were burned badly by an old friend group, and now you have this longing in your heart to want to be friends with somebody else, or to be friends with somebody else. So it's like someone who's had this realization, okay, I want this thing again that burned me once before. Let me make sure I come at this correct, and I'm getting rid of old baggage, so that way I can move on and I can move forward, and I'm not bringing all of my baggage with me. So it's funny. I'm just being guided to share really quickly. I joined this different group kind of a thing, and it occurred to me, I was being like, I went there one day and I was being kind of like very to myself, like I didn't want to participate, and I realized, and I heard Spirit say loud and clearly, like, don't punish them for past people's mistakes. These are all new people. These are all really great people. You're here for a reason. You know, when you raise your vibration and you align with what truly matters, you call that in for yourself. So in my heart, I was like, I know I'm here for a reason, and I could see that I was punishing them by withholding my energy, you know, because based on what happened to me in a past environment, a past situation. And it's, nobody there deserved that. So I was so glad for that insight. So I went from like sitting there like this to literally I got right up and I started to participate and, you know, get back into it. So, and everyone was welcome, and no one even noticed that I had a little moment to myself. But that's coming through for a reason. So I feel like it's just a message of, all right, let me make sure all the baggage is gone, it's checked, it's dealt with, it's dispersed. We're not carrying it with us in this next leg of the journey. So with that being said, let's see what the reading is about. So it's about Knight of Pentacles. What you need to let go of, I'm actually getting, is seeds that you have sown that took a while to sow, but they led in disappointment. So it could be that I'm seeing a crop that grew, let's say lettuce or whatever, where the lettuce was, it looked beautiful. You spent so much time growing it, and then you went to pull it out of the ground and make a salad with it, and it tasted like garbage. It didn't taste good. And you're like, oh my gosh, all that time I spent, and it's not even able to nourish me. It just doesn't, it's not good. So how this comes through is it's like a lot of time spent with regard to a group or something like that. The signifier is the Three of Pentacles, and it didn't bear the fruit that you wanted it to, or the quality of fruit that you wanted it to. I'm hearing I placed my trust in the wrong people for the wrong reasons, and for that I had to reevaluate, and I had to learn a lesson in regards to how I show up in a group, and how I maintain the efforts and the energy of that group, and how I bring my own self to that group to move forward. I'm seeing someone who was like you know you're meant to be a leader, but for some reason in that group you kind of just held back and watched, and it didn't produce the results that you would have liked to produce because you would have done things differently. It could be that you didn't even see it, and I'm actually seeing it more of you put your trust in the wrong resource is how I'm hearing, but you only discovered that or figured that out in hindsight when all this time had passed. So it's like, oh, I invested all this time and energy, and I put my trust in the wrong people, again, for the wrong reason. I'm not sure what this is. It could be that, oh, I trusted this person to lead this group because I actually just wanted a friend. But really it had nothing to do with the efforts or the environment of the group. I just wanted to belong to something. So in a way you did get that, you belong to something, but it's not something that you actually want to put your stamp onto, because you would have provided or produced different results had you have stepped into your full power and been like, I'm going to take the reins, I'm a natural leader, this is, you know, this is how I shine and how I show up. And if that wasn't welcome there, then there would have been time to find source or like a different outlet or source for you to demonstrate your authority, your natural born leadership. So that's neither here or there though, meaning we don't look at the past and we don't go like, oh, I wasted my time for what. It's just, it is what it is. So all we can do is learn about it, learn from it, and learn from our mistakes and move forward. For some, it's like it didn't even occur that this could be a mistake until the product was released. So it could be too that you put your trust in somebody for the development of something. I'm seeing a clothing line, and then when like I'm seeing like Project Runway or something like that, where it came time for the big release of the collection, and it's like it's all the same pale color, and it's not interesting, and you're like, oh my gosh, if I had more of a say in this or more involvement in this, there would have been like splash of color and interesting lines and asymmetry or whatever, I don't know. But so that's seems to be what the root of the reading is. Well, the root of the reading actually is the Two of Swords. So it could even be that you were conflicted about something. Should I or shouldn't I? What's the best way to go? I don't want to. I heard it's like you realized or found out late in the game that that it wasn't going in the direction that you wanted to. So now to put your leadership hat on, it would have upset too many people or something like that. So I think that you might have had an inkling like, I'm not sure this is going in the right direction, but I have hope, instead of actually stepping in to be the leader about something. So let's see what the best that can be arrived at is. Two of Pentacles. That is so cool. So Two of Pentacles in the crown, and then Two of Swords in the root for this reading. That's really, really cool. So the best that can be arrived at is that, okay, figuring out and juggling, coming back into balance with something and making a decision where it's like, all right, okay, I see that maybe my efforts would have been more spent over here doing this thing rather than just sitting back and kind of just being there as a social thing. You know, I would like to step forward. If I had to do this all over again, this is how I would have balanced out my effort and energy into this enterprise. So the thing that needs to be let go of, I feel like, is the weight of the past, of the time lost. And then how to let go of it is actually by learning from it. So learning from the mistakes and actually using like the burdens of that situation or environment. You're gonna have to translate to how this is for yours, because I'm getting like 100 different scenarios, and we'll be here forever. So I don't want to do that for you and have you sit through a unnecessarily long video. So, and I don't know how many people end up watching. You get it. So you'll have to translate for what it is. And but yeah, it's just like this Ten of Wands. It's you're using the burdens of the past to light your way forward. So it's really like lesson learned, got it, lesson learned, got it, lesson learned, got it. I'm seeing Survivor, that show coming through. I don't watch the show, but I pick up on it through osmosis because people who are close to me watch it. And I know it's like when you go home, you have to put the torch out, and it's just showing like none of these people's, or none of her torches are out. So it's just like she's just using it to help move forward by learning. I'm hearing it's strategic too. So learning, okay, how I would have changed my strategy moving forward in this. What do you actually want when you join a group? You know, what are you working towards? And are you honoring and aligning with the skills? So I just did a video before this one. There might be messages relevant for you in that one as well. So I'll be sure to link it at the end of this video. Let's take a look at your recent past, the Wheel. So this could have brought some success, or it could have been like, oh, this feels really good. It worked really good. There is definitely a indicator here that something was successful. So it could even be too that this was a success, but maybe you didn't play the part that you wanted to play in it that really allowed your talents to shine. Maybe your talents were kind of put off to the side or placed to the back seat because somebody else used your talents to shine for themselves. That might be for like one or two of you, but that's coming in, so I'm mentioning it. I feel like in the past it was about really trying to figure out how to come into balance as well too. I'm also picking that up with the Wheel of Fortune. I'm also getting a message of like someone who's left this to chance, to luck, to fate. That, oh, you know what, it's just going to work out really well, but the actual work wasn't put into it in the way that it should have been, in the way that you would have done it if you had been 100% accountable for for the production and the results of something. So again, it just feels like what needs to be let go of is how something played a part, or how you played a part in something that didn't have the best outcome that you would have hoped for. But there's highlighting specifically what actually needs to be let go of is the hesitancy to put yourself forward in something when you know that you are able to shine and do something well. So what needs to be let go of is you keeping yourself small, because that way it won't clash with other people. I'm seeing like kind of like this guy is like, he's gonna get all the credit, even though let me try to focus that a little more. Like, he's gonna get all the credit even though these people are doing like all of the legwork. Like, does he need to be holding that up? No, he could probably get a stand for that and do something else. But I'm just seeing that it's like, maybe you were one of these people doing like that weaving or whatever, but they're gonna get the credit for it. But really, really it's like, well, I don't know, I would have led this differently, and I know that it would have had a better outcome. There's actually 2 cards in the near fortune. Near fortune, that's interesting. In the near future. So it could be that you're turning what you're learning from this experience into fortune, and with that, it's the King of Wands. So I feel like it's very cool that, again, we have the 10 of Wands on the bottom of the deck, lighting your way forward with the wands, but this being like a master of the wand in the end. And there's also the rune of the torch Kanaz inscribed here on the wand, and that is letting you know the way forward is illuminated, the pathway forward is illuminated. I'm just realizing that I picked up the 3 of Pentacles as the near future, or yeah, near future, it's actually the signifier. So that's interesting though that it slid over, because I didn't even notice it. So I feel like it's just setting you up for, okay, this is how I would have handled this if I had really stepped fully into my power, and then you stepping fully into your power in the future. So that's really awesome. Your energy is showing up at the Hermit. So yeah, there's this time of deep reflection of like, okay, let me think about this. If it's a relationship, they're having me come back to it potentially being about a relationship. I'm actually seeing it's like, why did I act like that in the relationship? There was many opportunities for me to be like, I think we should do things this way, or no, I think this is actually how I would want to present myself. And instead it was just to keep the peace with people. You didn't say anything. But what ended up happening was a lot of resentment grew within you, and you're like, oh, I don't want to be like that, you know. So I just get that there's like, it's like this time around I'm going to do things differently. But your energy right now is putting you in the space of reflection about it, of looking inward and being like, all right, how do I actually want to show up now when I move forward into this new venture, job, relationship? How would I stand up for myself? How would I show that I'm valuable? Because I don't think you actually showed your full hand in whatever this is. I think you know inside how valuable you are, and I think you also know or are aware that you were exploited for that in the past. So again, this message of like, don't punish current or new people for what people of the past did. It's like there's like really being asked to like wipe the slate clean and start forward, but putting your true self, your best self forward this time, and not hold yourself back. Because I'm getting a message too of like, it's going to be illuminated who you can trust and who you can't trust early on, and it has been. But whether or not you are willing to listen to that in the past, it's coming through now, where like you're more than willing and you're ready to listen to that in the past, and you have a good handle on, okay, I'm going to show up for myself in a way that's actually authentic. And for that it requires some courage and bravery, but then once you get the hang of that, it's like, oh yeah, this is who I am, because it is who you are. And your environment around you, the energy around you, is justice. So this is giving me that like blank slate energy, where it's like, okay, you know what, I'm going to put my best foot forward now, and the slate has been wiped clean, things are back into balance and alignment, and now I'm going to move forward. The past is in the past, and it's I have the verdict here, and the verdict is I'm actually worth, you know, I'm worth it, I'm worthy. So, okay, in your hopes and fears, we have the Fool. So again, it's the hope that you can start over with this fresh blank slate. to learn again from the mistakes of the past. It just keeps coming through. So I don't mean to be a broken record, but it keeps coming through. But it's also the fear of like, I don't know if I want to begin again. But it's the amethyst crystal in her hand is really speaking to me really loud and clear, where it's like just really allowing yourself to trust your intuition about this. I feel like you're being guided. Her yellow dress too is reminding me of the solar plexus chakra, which is how the world appears to us sometimes, or how we interpret our safety in the world. So even though that's tied into root chakra energy, it's also like how we perceive the world around us. So it feels very positive because you have the justice in your outward environment energy. But I just feel like you're not going to know until you try. So again, it's hopeful that it's going to work out, but there's also this fear of like, I'm afraid to start over again because, you know, what's comfortable and sure, and I'm always going to know how the outcome is the past, but we don't live in the past. The past is done and it's over with. So the only thing to do naturally is just to move forward, which we all know. And then the outcome is the Four of Cups. So I think there's going to be this sense of like apathy. I'm going to pull a clarifier on this one too. Yes. Suki's talking over here. Where it's like, okay, I really long for something different. I wish that's what it is. I wish that the past, there's this acknowledgement. I wish that let me let Suki out 1 second. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, I'm just getting this feeling of like, there's this acknowledgement of, I wish the past had turned out different because I know exactly how I should have or wanted to step up fully as myself. So making sure we understand, why did we do that to prevent it from happening again? Why did I hold myself back? Why did I allow myself to hold myself back? In a relationship, I'm seeing it's like someone finally acknowledging maybe there actually was a fear of intimacy there, a fear of commitment, a fear of connection. And that also could carry over into a lot of things. So it could be that this isn't your first rodeo with this experience, meaning it could have been you had a heartbreak before that one. So you're seeing how a past heartache prevented you from showing up fully as yourself in a relationship. And now we are about to move forward into a new one because maybe somebody has caught our interest, or our heart is being activated and opening up again, and we want to share our love with another. So it's important to make sure that you are truly honoring a clean slate moving forward. And I see that you are going to do that because again, there's this new cup that's coming in, this new offer, this new opportunity. And just as this new color is coming over, I'm actually getting the Ace of Wands big time with there's similar coloring in this deck with this card, but it's just like your passion is reignited and you're truly leaving the past behind. So it's it might be very obvious. I do want to pull another clarifier still, but it might be obvious, but it's like, okay, how do we really let go of this and making sure that this doesn't repeat again? And the answer is really leaving the past behind, which is like, duh. Did we need a tarot reading for that? Maybe not, but I think that these are helpful sometimes just to walk through and talk through everything. The same with a job. Look at that. Two of Cups is now on the bottom of the deck. So if it's not about marriage or something like, it's just like you want to share your energy with other people. You want to get back to sharing your energy with other people. And it's scary to do that, especially if you have been let down in the past. And then we have the Six of Cups. Yeah. So just clarifying this, it's like seeing if you can be nostalgic for happier times ahead rather than lamenting for missed opportunities in the past. Regret is a really powerful teacher. It's a really uncomfortable teacher, but it's a very powerful teacher where it's like, I wish I had shown up differently or as my full self, and I can see that I didn't because I was scared. I was holding myself back. And when I did that, I didn't allow myself to be 100% authentic. So I wasn't able to be 100% real. And I wasn't able to be 100% honest with those around me. So I have to learn from that. And but I just see that there's happier times ahead, and they grow out of what was learned, out of mistakes made in the past. But sometimes, especially in this reading, I'm getting you can't know that you made a mistake until after the fact it's gone, and you can see like, oh, that wasn't the outcome that I wanted for what happened. It was because you weren't 100% yourself. And just I feel like there's a lot of liberation with that, because I'm hoping you're getting this too. It's like, wow, being myself really is a superpower. You know, I actually could have helped produce a really, really wonderful, beautiful thing if I had stepped up more as myself. So this relationship would have been way better if I'd stepped up as myself, or it would have offered space for me to be with somebody who really did align or care about my true self. So I'm hearing you're no longer shortchanging yourself anymore. You're allowing yourself to be as vibrant as you actually are, as you truly are, and as you want to be. So, and that's all I'm getting. So I hope that helped. Please let me know. And yeah, do like, share, and subscribe if it resonated for you. If you need me, I am available for personal readings. They are on my website again. You can check that out. The link is in the description box. And until next time, stay well and take care. Bye.